Hi YouTube, welcome back and welcome in. If this is your first time here, I'm Wolfie. I'm an Army veteran turned college student who's been playing tons of Final Fantasy lately. And tonight we're going to experience Final Fantasy XVI's newest DLC, The Rising Tide, in Final Fantasy mode, which from what I understand is a lot more difficult. So we'll see how we fare. I am so happy to be playing this right now. It is amazing to see Clive again. I feel like I haven't seen him in centuries. I think this is going to be so fun. It looks like we have to access the DLC by going to Clive's chambers at the hideaway. I can't wait. This is so exciting. I missed his face. Guys, for those of you who've played Final Fantasy XVI, have completed it, what'd you think of the ending? A part of me feels content with it, I guess, but another part of me feels like I really wish it wasn't the case. Of course, more Clive is better than no Clive. All right, y'all. Now here's the here's where we start getting lost, okay? Because I have a tendency to get lost quite a bit. Let's see. Maybe it's over here. You know what? Actually, before we do anything, let's see if we're topped up.
Still alive, are ya?
We are.
If you're gonna buy
Karen.
something, be quick about it.
Yes, ma'am. So, let's see. Yeah, we need a top up here.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I'm hearing that this is quite the bosses
Finished, are ya?
in the DLC are quite difficult, and I'm not trying to get beat up, okay? All right, here we go. I think this is it. Y'all. Oh, Sid. I missed him. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue. And despite And despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Veil in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Guys, I'm so happy.
Leviathan the Lost.
I missed him.
Why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
No. I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
Oof. This is awesome. I miss them. I miss their faces so much.
I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your
I've always
capable
loved the
hands.
dialogue in this game. It's so cool. Okay. Here we go. We haven't seen Layla in a little bit.
The High Cardinal.
It'd be nice to see her again.
That's what I heard.
To the
Can
Veil
you
it is
squeeze through
then.
here? Of course not. Let's see.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
This is gonna be so awesome.
And you're just gonna fall into line? What else can I do?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in?
Oh my goodness.
Or just watching?
Oh boy.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
and that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Oof. Y'all, we haven't played this game in a couple weeks, so
Does anyone else think it's strange?
hopefully
that
we
this
can
woman
still
should
kick some
prefer to keep to the
ass.
outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
But I'm certain I forgot a couple buttons.
Well, what do you think? What do I think?
Alright, let's see what's over here. Got a lot of riffraff over there. Oh, this game is great, y'all. This game is so good. Oh.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Huh. They still must be here then.
The boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're Sid.
Ah. Whoa.
I suppose I must be.
They look so cool.
Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
They're badass, y'all.
The Moats of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born.
Ooh.
A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you.
We don't know a damn thing.
The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be so cool.
You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get.
Oof.
For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Someone just like you. So what do you say?
Hell yes.
Will you help us?
This is so cool.
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Ooh.
Lead the way.
Off to a good start so far. I'm excited to see what the combat's gonna be like. I imagine Leviathan's gonna be a very tough dominant to handle. Wow. Dude, look at Torgal.
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Whoa.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Beautiful. Ah, we're starting it!
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Oh, here we might see some, party makeup has changed. Nice. So we got them, on our side.
Watch
There's
yourself,
gotta be
Sid.
some...
This path can be treacherous.
Yep,
If
that's
not
what
for
I'm
the sheer
expecting.
drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Wow.
Thank you for the warning.
Let's look at this view really
And
fast.
please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
I wonder if there's new enemies that we haven't battled before. Ooh, I see something here. Whoa, level 50?
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Wow. Starting off strong with a level 50 enemy. We're level 47 at the moment, but...
Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself?
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever
I
need
don't know,
crystals?
y'all. We might get our ass kicked a
where
couple
is your
times, is
brand?
what I'm thinking. Which is okay.
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Waterfall looks awesome.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Ooh, what's this? Another northern wolf. We're doing a pretty good amount of damage. I'm wondering if it's the sword that we got when we beat the game in the other DLC. Working out for us pretty well. Let's see if we can keep it up. Nearly there.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
I can't wait to see it. I wonder what it looks like.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Wow. Wow. That's so beautiful. Wow.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get
Oh, pretty.
ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
The music change is really nice too.
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour.
Wow.
Steer well clear.
Had a lot of wolves over here. Lots of wolves.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
Look at that. Dude, I think that's gonna be such a killer boss fight. Guys, what was your favorite boss fight in Final Fantasy XVI? I had a couple, I'm not gonna lie. Titan was an incredible boss fight. I really love the Odin boss fight just because I have an affinity for Odin. The final boss was an experience in itself. Just being able to hear everyone's voices, all the dominant voices during the battle, just such a thoughtful job of piecing that together for the player, you know? Okay. So far, so good, y'all. We're holding our own, despite... Ooh. Ooh. Found a trinket. I like trinkets. Okay, let's go down this way.
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
Ooh, I kind of want to go over here. See, that's my issue. I see another path and I want to take it. Let's get through this first and see if we can have time to turn right.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Wow. It's a very fitting name, Haven. It's so peaceful. Beautiful flowers. Oh, look at all the people.
Outsiders? Well, I never.
Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
It did not mean to jump over the fence. More trinkets. Ageless adornment. Vivi, I haven't seen you in a minute.
Just you stay away from that town.
Poor things are as pale as ghosts.
I'm gonna look around just for a little bit, see what other trinkets we can find laying about. Let's see.
Did you hear that, girl?
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
Okay. Looks like,
How long do you think this bridge has been standing here?
Oh, at least as long as we.
Alright, let's see what's up ahead.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walias.
This man, Walias, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walias is still a baby.
What?
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his
This is
icon were
big.
bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walias was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Oof. Okay.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the Wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Nice. Thank you, Shula.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. But we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
Alright, let's save so far, right? And then let's have
There's
at
a pair
it,
of
shall we?
ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the Surge is due east, past the second galley.
We got a bit of ways to go.
How did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
There's probably some hunts over there. Let's see. Guys, this is my first time seeing a Tonberry in this game.
Tonberries. Foul
Wow.
creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone endeavored.
The last time I saw a Tonberry was in Final Fantasy VIII when we were trying to get the Tonberry King. after multiple attempts. We successfully got him. Oh my gosh, look at them running. There's so many. Wow. I sort of feel bad now. Maybe I should. Oh, I feel bad now. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, y'all. Wow, that's so cool. Let's see what else we run into. Ooh, spiders? GG's Joshua. Alright, let's see. What else do we... So far, so good. Getting there pretty quickly.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
This music is very fitting to the area. It's like really calming and relaxing.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Whoa! That's a big boy. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. Nice. Oh. That was interesting. Okay.
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
I'm just done with us.
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
The turtle was done with our bullshit. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's over here. Maybe a potion? No? Alright, here we go.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Wow. I think this is gonna be awesome. That is so cool.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
I'm really not sure what to expect here.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Really sad. I love how you can see
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Yeah, exactly,
Where
Joshua.
remained untouched by time for 80
So
summers.
cool.
It's
Like
it's not right.
the small motion of the wave.
It's not.
Very small motion.
There. Up ahead.
This is so pretty. I don't know what to expect, guys. I hope it's not I don't know. I kind of don't want to see like a baby.
Down in the center.
But we'll see.
Follow me.
Oh my goodness, it is a baby.
He's still primed.
Oh my goodness.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear.
It's a real newborn.
I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
My goodness.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
This is really sad.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Walius's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Oh, y'all. Oh, boy.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Here we go. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Crosswell, an inescapable rush of water. Ooh, that's really neat. Leviathan's feet can be used to summon to Clive's off arm a sea-spitting serpent. Okay. Tidal gauge. Tidal gauge. Or gouge, whichever you prefer. Becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. Okay. And roll. Ooh, that looks fun. While using Serpent's Cry, pressing R1 again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge even further. Okay, we got some practicing to do. We got some...
No, just an eggy, but a formidable adversary.
Practicing to do. Okay. Okay. Nice, that was cool. Not bad, not bad. What's that? Oh, friends. Did we say that at the same time? Alright. Alright, we got stagger. Not bad. This is where some damage needs to happen. Ooh, that attack is killer. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That attack is so cool. Wow. That feels so good. Nice. Not so bad, guys. Not so bad.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Look, Dad. Tree's not...
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant Walius.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Alright, y'all, I think this is a good stopping point for us. I had a lot of fun so far with the introduction of the Rising Tide. I can't wait to see what's to come. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the other parts of the series, because we're gonna record and post all of the Rising Tide DLC content. Thank you so much. Take care.